Welcome back to San Antonio Living. We're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about something very personal with one of our team members here on San Antonio Living. Miscarriages, unfortunately, happen to many women, and the good news is a healthy pregnancy can be achieved with advanced testing and a caring doctor. And this is something our very own Claudia Garofalo can tell you all about. Claudia?
Hi, ladies. I want to share my story with you. Back in February, I announced I was 3 months pregnant. My husband and I were thrilled. Unfortunately, I ended up in a miscarriage 3 weeks later, and we were heartbroken. I blamed myself, and I felt like it was the end of the world. Then I met Dr. Garza at the Advanced Fertility Center, and he offered me information that I never knew existed. Slowly but surely, I began to realize it wasn't my fault, and I am now looking forward to getting pregnant again. Here's how Dr. Garza helped me. Hey ladies, here we are at the Advanced Fertility Center, and I am with Dr. Joseph Garza. Doctor, how are you today?
Good morning. Thanks for coming by.
Well, I'm so glad that you were able to do this interview with me. Now, you have been a blessing for my husband and I, because you have provided us with great answers. I mean, we were torn apart when we first learned of my miscarriage, and then you kind of came and shed some light on us. So, doctor, for all the women that are watching today and have gone through something like this, why do you think miscarriages are so common?
Well, it's one of the great secrets between women and mothers. Very few people like to talk about it, but you will find once you suffer a miscarriage that your best friends will admit that they've had it, but probably at least 1 out of 5, maybe more often, any pregnancy may be likely to end up in a miscarriage. If 2 or more have happened, it's time to look into it, because there are medical and genetic treatments that you may avail yourself that may help you avoid the heartache and hopefully achieve a successful pregnancy.
And that's wonderful, because for me, I often blamed myself. I mean, I went through days of what did I do wrong? What did I cause this?
And that's typical for a mother's heart. You automatically blame yourself for something you did or didn't do, but there's medical treatments. There's medical causes like clotting factor problems that you inherited that you had no control over, or there's medicines that you may need to take or correct a thyroid problem, a prolactin problem, and all of those can be medically addressed. The thing to remember is if something has happened and if it's 2 or more losses, it's time to ask questions.
So for all the women out there who are interested in learning about some of the testing that's done here, can you let them know a little bit about what I did and what's offered?
Well, some of the simple testings are like x-rays to check the internal architecture of the uterus, hormone tests to see if you're ovulating, if the hormone levels are adequate. And then as we need to look into genetic clotting problem defects that may need anti-clotting therapy, and even genetic testing to see if you or your husband, and particularly if you both are a carrier for a genetic disease, to delineate what's going on and maybe do testing so you can avoid a pregnancy that's doomed to failure.
Women who have miscarried in the past, and then they come and see you, and do you typically help them out? Do they have successful pregnancies?
In most cases, I think we've been successful, and some in ladies who've had dramatic disasters, 4 or 5, even 8 miscarriages, and then hopefully the therapies that we work with our team can help them achieve a pregnancy. Couples that have had several children normally and then have repeated miscarriages that have a genetic inherited problem, we really can't explain why it didn't affect the first pregnancy, but it can truly keep you from having another child, and it can be treated. Talk to your PCP, your OB doctor, and then we'd be glad to consult with them and work with them, and it's a team effort. We have radiologists and even hematologists that help us treat the patient, because you need to bring in all of the different areas of medicine to hopefully have a healthy baby.
Okay. Now talk to me a little bit about IVF.
Well, with in vitro fertilization, if you found that there's some inherited disease, then a specific probe can be created for that gene and then test the embryo once the embryo has been created after harvesting the eggs. And on day 3, take out one of the cells in the embryo, test to see if it's a carrier, and then if that embryo is a carrier for that known disease, avoid that embryo and use the healthy ones, and then avoid a miscarriage in the future.
Mm-hmm. So in your experience, would you be able to tell most ladies, try again? It's almost possible to have another pregnancy without any problems.
Right, certainly try again. get answers first so you don't repeat the problem, and then hopefully go forward with confidence that you'll be able to achieve a pregnancy.
Well, you have helped us tremendously, and we're looking forward to being pregnant again and, of course, working with you so that we achieve our dream. Ladies, miscarriage is a lot more common than you think. If you're wanting to get pregnant again, come on over and see Dr. Garza. He's at the Advanced Fertility Center, because you'll feel more confident going into that next pregnancy. He'll have all the answers and all the options you need.
And you can contact Advanced Fertility Center. They're on Hardy Oak. Their phone number is 210-616-0680. Online, advancedfertilitycenter.org. Well, up